Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Fun and Company. I'll be your host, Spoofy. Today we're going to play through a childhood favorite of mine in Spider-Man and Venom Maximum Carnage. Normally I do prefer to play on original hardware. I do have my original Super Nintendo controller and the cartridge, but you'll notice that I do have a Retron 5. Now the reason why I prefer to use a Retron 5 as my console of choice here is it's already HDMI output. It does make that much easier for recording. We do have frame filters and things like that, which I don't use. I don't bother with any of that stuff. But it also does have the ability to back up and save for us. So it's just a quality of life thing for recording content in the future. Now, a game like this or some other shorter ones probably won't have to utilize any of that stuff. But say we're playing like a long RPG, like Chrono Trigger or Mario RPG or something like that, and we have audio issues or we lose some footage or something like that, this will help us like have save states and things like that in between episodes, so that we can not have to put in so much extra work on the back end. It just makes it a lot easier for us to produce content. Have to just re-record 20 minutes to create this next episode versus having to play like 3 hours of gameplay to get back to where we were and start over from scratch. But anyway, just a little disclaimer on why I like to use the Retron 5. But anyway, we're going to be kicking it out today with Maximum Carnage. This is a game from my childhood. I have not managed to beat it, until recently. So, but with all the tips and tricks that I know now, I can relatively beat it on command. But I've also been playing a lot of beat 'em ups lately, like Streets of Rage, Fight and Rage, the Turtles game. So we should be able to get through this one pretty handedly. But I'll show you ways to get a lot of extra lives, a lot of extra continues. Normally this game starts out pretty brutal. Like you get 3 lives and 1 continue. And even by 90s beat 'em up standards, that's rough. Like I think Streets of Rage gives you 3 lives and 3 continues. For this to have only 1 continue, and most of the time people lose that continue by like the second or third boss fight, like how are they expecting people to beat this game? So that's why I think like that's why I think like the secret rooms and stuff in this game are mandatory. How people are supposed to find them without a walkthrough or guide back in the days beyond me. But since this is a typical beat 'em up, you want to like control the room, crowd control, keep the enemies where you can find them, where you can attack them safely. And this game has its own unique mechanic where if you fight with 100% accuracy for a while, your life bar will start to flash and gives you access to very powerful power hits. Now I'm just getting pincer attacked by these. There was a power hit right there, but I didn't actually hit anybody with it. But hopefully we are not going to lose a life on the first stage. That would be kind of embarrassing. But this game is hard enough where I wouldn't put it past that happening to somebody, especially with their first time playing this game. This one is not easy at all. It's like, it takes typical 90s difficulty and like ramps it way up. And not only in the way the AI behave, where they literally try to pincer you at all points of the game, but the boss fights. And I'll get more into that later once we start having them happen. But one thing I've noticed though is like the way this AI behaves when they try to pincer you like that. If you tag them with a hot shot on their way around, they'll like stop coming after you for a minute. This is our first one up here. You can climb up the wall. Find it there. Ooh, now we got a power hit. Come here. Whack. So I do like the comic book effects. It is pretty nice. There's one other secret type of attack you have in this game. That's your double smash right there. It's very powerful, and there's some tricks with that we'll be using specifically to skip a few boss fights, which I'll use boss loosely, because like most beat 'em ups of the 90s, they become your typical reoccurring enemies later on. So basically what we want to do is climb on the wall, drop down, and be right in between them, and we get insta-kill on the boss, we get a continue, and a 1-up. So it is very, very useful to use that trick. So if you take it at face value, you get a continue, which is 3 lives, and then the 1-up that it gives you, so it's equivalent of 4 lives. Now over here, we want to jump up onto the wall, right above this window, face to the right, drop down, and then we get our first of many secret rooms. As far as I'm concerned, these are vital to beating the game. I don't know how you're expected to beat this game without knowing where all these are, because this is like, there's no like point multipliers to get 1-ups in this game. There's no like score caps, so it's like you either know where the 1-ups are or you don't. There's no I'm gonna earn them in some other way. There's like 3 or 4 hidden out in the levels in normal spots, but this is it. Otherwise, it's pretty, outside of the little bit of craziness this game does dish out, it is pretty standard for a beat 'em up. It is pretty fun. Hit detection's good, sounds good, soundtrack is amazing. So there's a reason why this is one of my favorite childhood games. And then this climb level, just follow the arrows, listen to your spider sense. If you follow it pretty much the way that I'm going to do here, it should pretty much guarantee that you don't get hit by anything. Wow, we didn't even see Doppelganger. I've never had that happen before. Normally there's an up arrow that shows up and then he starts chasing. Anyway, up here we want to attack this water tower that's up in the corner. I'm trying not to take damage here. Oh, perfect. Because this is one of the only instances in this game that I'm aware of where your HP or your life bar is not refilled between stages. So what we had when we finished that rooftop, what we have when we start the alleyway. But yeah, one of the other things, since you have a ranged way to grab your enemies in this game, you just pick one up, throw them at the rest of them. Because when they go to pincer you, they literally walk all the way to the top of the screen and then come back down to the bottom. So I usually do all my fighting on either the top or the bottom. I don't ever switch between. And up ahead here is a secret that I found as a kid that I have not been able to find documentation of anywhere else. There's no cheat guides, no walkthroughs, or anything else that has this listed. But it is kind of different. I know I just made it look very easy to get up here, but believe me, it is not easy to get up here. This is a continue, these silver orbs with an exclamation mark. So, no walkthroughs have that, no screenshots, no, I don't know. I honestly don't know how nobody else has found that. I'm sure somebody else did, but as far as the internet would be concerned, nobody else has found that secret. I do a lot of throwing enemies at each other, and it's a very, very efficient way to play this game. But otherwise, the AI are very much cheap in this game, especially the bosses. Yeah, outside of the little bit of SpiderMan stuff you can do, very, very traditional beat 'em up style here. Than done in this game. Some of the enemies, they will perfect range you and everything else. They'll always wait till you're very vulnerable. How her kick did not hit me there is beyond me, it should. Oh, this screen here, I'll go over one other thing, because it is a beat 'em up like Streets of Rage and stuff. You do have your get off move, your special, and you do that by pressing jump and attack at the same time. Now, it may not seem like it costs health, but if you hit enemies with it, it does cost health. And I don't use that as much as I should, probably, but it's just because, like right there, that's what happens in this game. Like, they will pincer you. I just lost half my life. As far as I know, throws are not invincible in this game like other games. And my preview audio, very, very low volume. Hopefully it wasn't picking up, but I think it just turned it out. So if it is in there, it shouldn't be there anymore. But yeah, I had recorded a previous run of this that went very well, and did not have the audio for the game set up. But it's part of learning. It's part of learning. I'm trying to find software that records well so that I can make good content for you guys. I want it to really feel like you're here with us. That's part of the whole goal. Like, back in the day when you would play games with your friends on the couch. I don't want to lose a life here, but if I do, I can get one back. But I think because I've taken so much damage that I instantly die on this fight when it starts, I don't think I get a choice. Yeah. But if you do manage to beat that first one, you get a 1-up, and then you fight 2, and if you beat those, you get another 1-up, and then after that you fight 4 of them, and 3 of them have normal health, but another one has like 15 times the health of Carnage, so you seem like you can't take them out, but you actually can. And all you get is another 1-up for that, and then the game does to you what it did to me. But this is your first instance of dealing with a super boss for real, and you have to fight them both at the same time. So make sure you use your space to your advantage and try to head off Doppelganger and get some pot shots in, but watch out for her. She's going to try to shoot you in the back. You can throw her here, so use that to your advantage. Later, eventually, you won't be able to. But he can grab you right out of your combo, which is unfortunate. You're probably going to lose a life here, but then, unfortunately, is the thing that happened. Oh, we got him. Okay, maybe we won't lose a life here. Alright, so here's an easy way to take her up. Just grab her with your web at range, pull her in. But you have to learn different strategies every single time you fight these bosses because they do change. And they get harder and harder and harder as the game progresses. But when we get there, I'll start explaining some of the differences because I very much question why they designed this game the way they did. This is our first instance of picking different heroes. I usually go with Venom here so that I can stockpile more lives. You can stick SpiderMan all the way through and then it's a little bit shorter. But I just prefer to get that little bit of Venom playthrough again. He is much more powerful than SpiderMan, but I do think he takes more damage. I don't know if he does, but I think he does. But I do like that he just like one arms that carries them. Oh, it's so satisfying. And then he like drops them on their head with like a backdrop. That's also really cool. Oh. There we go. His one hand's a mailbox. By Rick. There's the other one. I always found it funny, like, how do they come up with all these names for these characters in the games? Like, do they just take names of people who work on the game, or do they take, like, names, or do they make stuff up? Like, Jay Green, I'm pretty sure is not something. And I do think there's someone in this game named As If. I'm sure you can hear all of my controller creaking. I do like my old school controller, but it does does make some sounds when I play. Oh, there's an instance of Venom's special. His is like a screen-clearing bomb. It hits everything that's on screen. Ooh, I knocked her out of her hair hit. That's awesome. Yeah, we're probably not even going to need the secret room on this stage. I'll still show where it is. So you're going to stand up by this ATM, I walk to the pillar, turn to the right, and use your special. And how people were supposed to find these secret rooms back in the day is kind of beyond. Like, how do you find these without a walkthrough? Like, they're very, like, yeah, I know you could press random buttons, but they're very specific. Like, down to the pixel almost. Like, you need to be in just the right spot, and just the right move. But, I don't know. I guess that's the 90s. Didn't need any of those one-ups, but hey, you know what? I do wish that the life counter would roll beyond 9 in this game, but it doesn't. But that does skip some of the stage for us. So we're going to try not to too many lives for a while, but it is going to start happening eventually. But this is like familiar territory for me when I was a kid. Like, I've played all these levels so much. If we do lose a life, there is one right there. Try not to grab it right now. I shouldn't lose one to this boss, because it's very easy, but same rules apply, but this is where you can see how much stronger Venom is than SpiderMan, because you can actually knock these guys down with his normal combo. SpiderMan does not. I didn't show off this yet, I need to show it off. He just like beats him up into the stratosphere, I love it. Yeah, if you get him paired up like this, you can really go ham on him. Almost got one down. I think it's red shirt that's almost gone. Yeah, there we go. Have fun with this combo guy. But yeah, when you want to pick up this one up, go by the K and swing up. That's about the easiest way I found to do it. But now I can't get it anymore. Yeah, they like hide everything later on in the game. And eventually we'll get to the point where once they start obscuring your vision, just assume that your power-ups and life refills are in that section. This one's kind of a scripted boss fight. You need to deal enough damage to trigger a cutscene. This went way better than the last recording. Yeah, Carnage is sitting over there laughing at us. Jesus. Wow, I lost 2 eyes there. Can't believe it. I did so much better last time. There it is. That's what's supposed to happen. You're just getting your butt whooped and Carnage just is laughing at you. But now we're going to switch back to SpiderMan for basically the game. There will be one more opportunity to switch back to Venom, but we're not going to do that. I also like how that guy takes a dumpster to the face and he just like, yeah, I want some more. And he gets up. Dealing with some more trivial enemies here. Oh, got it. Yeah, if you get really good at and stuff, that's how you speedrun this game. Those are supposed to be more fun with these guys, but do beat 'em up strategies and just take them out early. Oh, hit. Oh, I didn't mean to grab that one, but that's all. Close to the end. This should be the last. Yeah, unless I have a clear shot to like grab an enemy properly, I try not to like walk in and grab enemies. It's pretty much guaranteed you're gonna get hit. She should have a heart for me, so I should be able to get some life back. As long as I don't lose a life here, I'll be content. And then we're going to be doing that same strategy from the first stage again, because these two are obnoxiously annoying to try to fight normally. Trying to like bait them to separate. Yeah, sometimes they'll just both stay on the same side like that, and it makes it very hard to. Alright, still got it. Honestly, I would much rather just wait and do that and take the one up than actually try to fight them normally, no matter how long it takes. So, but now if we're going to the stage that I think we're going to, yes, this is like one of my favorite stages in the game because of one effect. So right at the start, do not go left, go to the right, do one up. Now here, if you take your time, you can find some enemies early. And otherwise, if you, like when I was a kid, I would just bum rush all the way to the left, and then all of a sudden you gotta fight like 7 enemies at once, and it's not fun. At least this way. Should be one more. There it is. Actually, I think I'm gonna save that. I want to take out the guy in the red trench coat right away. Because not only does he give us our first superhero icon, he also is one of the first enemies that has a gun. And I don't want to get shot by him because he does a lot of damage. But I love this effect where the music kicks in and it's just barely hear it, and then as you walk further to the left, it just slowly increases in volume. And this is one of the first boss fights that gives you a little bit of respite. They actually show you where your health is, your health refill. I usually try to go for Demon Goblin first, because he will counter you with his punches. Don't hesitate to use a couple of black cats here if you feel like you're getting beat up a little bit, because they can open up opportunities for you to pick up your health refills. But yeah, that's the type of crap that they'll do. Just bully you a bit. I didn't want to have to use those so early. He's gone. I was hoping to get through this without losing my life. Okay. Now I should only have Shriek to deal with. If I can get her this combo here, it should be okay and not lose a life. Play nice. Play nice with me. One more. Alright, you got lucky there. I don't thought that could have actually hit me. I'm glad it didn't, because that would have taken a life. But now we're on to, if it's the one that I think it is, the Fantastic Four. This is the one. This is, in my opinion, one of the hardest normal stages in the game, because the enemies that are here are truly obnoxious. There's a bunch of little drones that they'll flank you the way other AI do, but they do it so much faster. And they'll fight you from off screen, so it's, if I get through this without losing the life, I'll be ecstatic, because I've never actually managed to do that. This is probably the stage that I should be using that get off and move a lot more. I never do, but I really should. Pick up that heart, because when you come back, it disappears. Now when we're here, we want to sprint all the way to the left, better continue. Let me get through this without losing my life, because that'll be like a first. So far, so good. We might actually be able to do it. They all stand on one side. This is going. Nope. Come on. Give this to me. Give this to me. Oh, you're kidding. That last little pixel, dude, I feel heartbroken. I was so close to getting through that stage without losing a life. But I've never done it. And this room, if you did play Venom, there's a secret room right here. I don't remember how to activate it, but it's there. And you kind of just have this little walking puzzle for a little while. Now I need to climb on the wall right away, because we have a giant boss. The only enemy in the game that is not repeated. But I choose to fight him this way, because if you fight him on the ground, once it's half your life, you hit it twice, and you lost a life. See? Look at that. Ridiculous. So I usually climb up and hold up, because if he hits the ground, it knocks you down. And I'm not risking. I'm playing this as safe as can be. I do not want to lose a life here. I need all the lives we can get for some of the upcoming levels. Because as far as I'm concerned, I only intend to use one continue on purpose to stockpile some superhero assists. That is my goal. At least he doesn't take forever and a day to take out. Almost done. I did always think this was a very cool boss when I was a kid. Alright, we got him. We're done. It is a very cheap way to fight that boss, but I wouldn't recommend doing it any other way, because otherwise he's insanely difficult. Because he takes up the entire platform when you're trying to fight him. You can't get around it. They'll just destroy you. Some more comic books. Alright, now this is like one of the first real boss tests that you have. Alright, I'm gonna go up and grab my life and my Venom. Take out both of these at the same time. pretty much a given. Perfect. I would like to try to not shrink off this roof if I can. Because then that would make fighting her a whole lot easier. She almost never lets you actually get a full combo on her. I really hate that carry. She's almost done. Okay, perfect. Fire starter. We're going to use a Venom here. That immediately gets rid of Carnage. Alright, perfect. That was a really good fight. I only lost one life. Perfect. So this is going really well. Really well. Now we're at one of the longer stages where I'll be doing some skips. This will be where I'm going to use some cloaks. There's a Morbius up here. He's one of the less useful superhero systems in this game because he's only good against mediocre enemies. Basically distracts them and lets you get some free hits. That's about it. He doesn't do anything else. But yeah, this is the stage that really introduces you to the whole idea that if your view is obstructed, assume that that's where your power-ups are. This rock forward a little bit and save it. There's a full heal behind this tree. So we're going to use our first cloak right here. This should warp us forward. Otherwise you have wave after wave after wave of enemy there. And then now we'll have 4 of the big guys spawn in. We're going to use another one. This will like skip the rest of the stage. So normally that is a really tough, long gauntlet of a stage, but we just cheeky our way through it more or less. So now I could, since I have so many lives, try to go through this normally without even using a continue, but normally I take a death here. We're going to try it. We're going to not use a continue here. But if you use that specific sequence of superheroes, Firestorm into Deathlock, it instantly skips the boss fight for you. But we're going to stick with SpiderMan. This stage can be notoriously difficult, but for me, it's just the enemies are resilient. They have a lot of life, and they all have guns, so they'll try to shoot you. But if they're going to try to shoot you, just leave them be. The animation takes forever for them, so just don't stay on their plane and just fight somebody else. That's the best recommendation I can give for that. But they almost always come in groups of 4. But if you can single one out, just take them out. See how long that takes, and then you can see like they do this little wind up, and that's how you know they're actually going to shoot. So you have more than enough time to react to it. was really hoping to not lose a life there. Alright, now here we're gonna grab this, throw it at them right away, and then we want to, dang it, we're gonna jump and face into this room. You need to jump and hold up, and that'll like put us in here. We'll have a few more enemies than normal in this secret room, but it still should give us plenty of one-ups to work with. Yeah, it's basically going to give us the basic enemy treatment for a while here. But hey, it's the first and only one of these guys that we will actually be fighting. I don't like the way these guys like shuffle around just the whole time. Grab your one up. Because if you leave it, you lose it. You get 2 1-ups for that. We're at 8, so that's good. So yeah, if I take the game over that I usually take, we only have 5 lives at this point. But now we have to deal with this gauntlet of enemies here. But at least these fire extinguishers come back. If the time that just right, all of those guys were right there. But yeah, they can also shoot each other, so don't hesitate to stand behind one and let him be your shield. Really didn't want to waste that time. Since you can climb on this wall, you can also try to like cheat a little bit. They do the same thing that other things do, where they all line up. If you want to, you can do it this way. It is a little bit safer. You got like either 8 or 12 enemies to fight in this spot. It's a bit much. As long as we get through it without losing a life, that's fine with me. I'll take 8 lives to the next spot. No problem. I wonder if that guy's name is a reference to Cheat Ham is his name. There's one that was named Silvers or Slivers. Zorak. I think he's the last one. That should be it. Yeah, look at that. We're doing great. Because if I don't actually use my continue, we'll see what my score will actually be at the end of this game. But now we're getting to the point where... oh, actually, we have another secret room here, too. That's right. Yeah, right away, just jump up to this little skylight, face left, and backward. Which you press jump and backwards at the same time, and then you get your thing. As far as I know, I think we only get 1 continue out of the enemies in here, and you're shooting this guy. You get to pick up on there. Maybe there was 3. I don't remember. I feel like I should. Yeah, we get 3. Yeah, back up to 9 lives. For me, once we get towards the end of the game, we'll see how much that actually matters. Take out the little guys first. Just throw them off. Just throw them off. Grab your fist. Yeah, look at how obnoxious and fast she's moving around. But yeah, grab her with your web, pull her in, hit her with a 3-piece. You can't do anything else. She'll never let you hit the last one. Never. But if you do it this specific way, she'll never hit you on the two sections of the game here. Grab all your superhero assists here. Grab up here. And we're gonna put, I did not want to use that. Hopefully this will take them both out for you. Okay, it looks like it did. So that's nice. No, it did not. Uh-oh. Wow. Like, on top of it. So if I would have actually took them out, I would have got the kill. But look at her go. How are you supposed to deal with that? Okay, there, she's gone. Now we gotta deal with Carrion and Demon Goblin. See if you can get lucky. You can kick him off of that and get Carrion in the loop. You get a chance to like take him out. Okay, there we go. Now I get a bunch of free hits on him. That's fine with me. Expecting to lose some lives here. Grab this. Oh, that should be good. Really good. I hate carrying. It's so annoying. Alright, got him. Now I just need to get Hobgoblin off of this, Demon Goblin off this thing. Get him. Okay, good. Alright. We got through that. That's good. Very good. So this should be, hopefully, our last gauntlet of enemies. So make sure you pick up this dagger. You'll want that. Especially for the end. Another Iron Fist here. You can choose to fight these enemies if you want. I usually don't. Just stay up top here. They'll all group up. I'm going to use some black cats. And I usually drop down right after I do it to get them to move up a little bit so that they'll actually be able to be hit by her. So call it in, drop down, stand up. Usually you get them. There we go. It's kind of sad that this is what this resorts to for beating this stage, but yeah, well I suppose I can show what Morbius does. Call him in. All the enemies just kind of look at him. Show off Captain America. He's not too good against the bosses. He doesn't do a whole lot. Drops a 1-up. Now we're on our last wave of bosses. So as soon as those two show up, there's a firestorm. Deathlock. Take those two out. dumb that this is the boss fight for this guy. Like, why? Why? Because he dodges one and then you have to hit him again. It's a beat him up with a flying enemy. Worse than Jet from use daggers and insta kill right away. Alright. That's it. We have finally beaten this game. Yo. Wait, what? The end. Now this game has been out long enough. We know it's not the end. But I have a metric ton of lives to work with here. If I manage to pull this off, this will be a new first for me, because I have beaten this a few times trying to get this recorded properly, but doing a no continue run, that's new for me. I took a risk when I got to that Prospect Part 2 with 8 lives. Basically how this works, all of our superhero assists are gone, and now we can just swap between Spider-Man and Venom. So as soon as he comes after you, swap, and attack. Try to get those power hits. Yeah, don't get hit by that thing. If he hits you with that, it's gonna basically kill you. Alright, dude, this is going so well. This is so well. There is a secret room on the next level, but I don't think I'm going to bother going for it because it's very specific and hard to pull off. Basically, stand in the doorway, have Spider-Man facing right, and then Carnage has to hit you. He is so fast in this, it's ridiculous. We got more than enough lives to work with. I'm pretty sure we're getting through this no matter what now. Yeah, he hurts so bad. Yeah, right there. Look at that. Ridiculous. Start using some of Spider-Man's lives. I need you to get to red sometime soon. Hit me with the door. Oh, that's the hit. Alright, he's in the red. We should be in the blue now. When he steps up on the ceiling like that, that is an attack, believe it or not. Yeah, Look at that. Ridiculous. My god. Who designed this boss fight? This is the type of pattern you want right here. You get all sorts of free hits on it. Yep, see, I told you it's an attack. Alright. We'll get him though. Good thing I had all those lives saved up. There you go, Venom. You got your last hit. Alright. Dude, that was fantastic. I freaking beat this thing without using the continue. Because normally in my route, I plan for one mandatory continue just to give me a few extra superhero assists to work with. But apparently I didn't need them. And this time it looks like I have some game audio, so this should be perfect. I'm so happy. So happy I managed to beat this game. Well, not beat this game for the first time, but beat this game for the first time with no continues and show off a few secrets. Hopefully, now if you're trying to beat this game, this should help you finally get through it. Because once you have some of the strategy down, it's, dare I say, except for Carnage, he's like, why are they designing him the way they did? You have to abuse the iframes, otherwise he just murders you. Like literally, probably the hardest boss in any video like in history. And that I don't say lightly. He is far above and beyond any other boss. As far as I'm aware, you cannot beat him without using the iframes to swap between the characters. That's how ridiculous it is. But hey, I'm glad that you're still here, you stuck out to the end, you watched the end of this game, you watched me beat it. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite SpiderMan game is. I couldn't say the new one that's out for PS4 and stuff, which it is a fantastic game. This one's nostalgic to me from my childhood, so this one's my personal favorite. Plus it has Carnage in it, and you get to play as Venom, so it's sweet by that regard. And the soundtrack is great. Even if it's a little grainy because it's good. I love that these guitar riffs and everything they're so good. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see some more of it, hit the subscribe button. If you liked it, let me know. Crack that thumbs up button. Otherwise, catch you next one.